Are you in the military with orders to Florida? Are you about to retire? If so, Florida prides itself in being one of the most military-friendly states in the nation. If you're interested in some of the best military discounts to include property taxes, specifically we're talking about a homestead tax exemption for the military, keep watching. Hey, I'm Stephanie Lankowski, and I sell residential real estate in Destin, Florida at Taylor Allen Properties with Jennifer Kneppeling. So to be upfront, I am not a tax attorney. Everything in this video about military tax exemptions is generalized knowledge that I found that's accessible to you too, generally through our Okaloosa County Property Appraiser's website, and I'll provide that link down below. But we're going to talk about several of the military tax exemptions. So let's get started. Okay, so first things first, to receive any of these tax exemptions as military, you're going to have to become a resident of Florida. And I know what you're thinking. The answer is yes. You're going to have to change the address on your driver's license. So the state of Florida does not require active duty military stationed in Florida to change their residence on their address. But in order to claim the homestead exemption, you're gonna have to do just this. I was super sad when I had to do it as a Texas native. I didn't want to let go of that, but the money that the property tax exemption saved me put money in my pocket and Texas in my heart. So now you have that Florida driver's license and or you're already a resident of Florida. You have a property that you use as your primary residence and it qualifies for a homestead exemption. If you would like to know more about what a homestead is, you can watch Jen's video on homestead exemptions in Florida. In a nutshell, what a homestead exemption is basically $50,000 off of your assessed taxed value for your home. So it's a tax break. And the military discounts that we're about to get into are an addition off of that $50,000 tax exemption. So let's get started. So the first property tax exemption we're going to talk about under the homestead exemption is a deployment exemption. Yay, active duty. If you have deployed within the last prior calendar year, you can ask for this exemption. Now your deployment has to have been outside of the United States, Hawaii, or Alaska, and it has to be under a named operation. The only other tax advantage that active duty members are going to get is that if you PCS, you have a home here in Florida and you have it homesteaded and you're getting that $50,000 discount, is that you can keep that homestead assigned to that home when you PCS under certain eligibility requirements. So let's say you're going to lease or rent out the property, you can still keep that tax exemption with that home. You have some paperwork with it, but it can be done. This next section is for veterans. If you have a disability rating, you may be entitled to more homestead property tax exemption. So here we go. Number one, if you have a 10% disability rating, you can get up to an additional $5,000 discount on your property tax exemption. Number two, if you are 100% totally and permanently disabled, you are totally exempt from paying any property tax. Number three, disabled veterans confined to a wheelchair are totally exempt from property tax. Number four, a surviving spouse of a veteran who died in a service-connected cause while on active duty, you're totally exempt from paying property taxes. And number five, if you're a veteran who is 65 or older with a combat-related disability, you may be eligible for a discount that's going to be proportioned to your disability rating. So that summarizes our military discounts and homestead property tax exemptions in Florida. There are a lot of other military discounts here in our great state that don't have to do with your property. I would check out the Florida-friendly military guide of 2021, and that gives a full list of all kinds of actions that the state of Florida has taken to protect and to preserve and aid military families. But I know that as a veteran spouse, I feel super confident in our choice to live here in Destin, Florida. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please consider watching Jen's video on homestead exemptions in Florida. And we'll see you on Thursday.